Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. Today we are going on a little hike to Myrdalen. So come along and walk and talk with me. It's amazing how fast the colors change around here. Literally since the 1st of September, everything started turning yellow. Started falling off the trees. So the colors are more and more vibrant every day. Oh, it's so pretty. I'll turn it around. There's a little wind. Temperature's great. It's about 20 degrees Celsius here we go by. But the wind could be tricky. So I figure I would throw a little jacket on just in case. But I wasn't sure. I was kind of like having one of those days I wasn't quite sure how I was feeling. But like I said, I try and listen to my body more. Felt like it would be good to get out, get a nice brisk walk. But a few days ago, I wasn't in that state. And that's okay too. And then I just needed to sleep it off. So, as good as I have been lately, I think it has a lot to do with really retraining yourself. Like, you know, I said I was somebody who kind of neglected myself a lot. Oh, wait, now it's getting really windy up here. So, it's good I have this thing, else you guys probably wouldn't hear me. Yeah, I was somebody who obviously, like I said, not obviously, but didn't really take good care of myself. Definitely a caretaker for everyone else. But I kind of fell through the cracks and suffered the consequences of that. But it's not that easy, like retraining yourself at this age. So it's a constant practice for me. And learning to listen to my body and not try and diagnose myself or explain it away. Like, I'm an overthinker, so, you know, if I had a headache, I would be like, what could this be from? It's got to be from this or that, or probably this, or overthink everything. Or just being tired, not understanding why. It's got to be this. And before you know it, I'm tired and have a headache because I've been thinking too much. Where slowly but surely I'm learning that I don't have to diagnose everything. And sometimes it's okay just to be. And that's fine. I'm tired, so rest, Elizabeth. Or, yeah, right? Learning just to pay attention when I'm hungry. And eat. Don't just overlook it. So, again, it's like retraining an old dog. It's going to take a while, and it takes practice. So that's where I'm at. But I think probably most of you understand. I don't think I could be the only one out there. And mental health is so important. You know, especially here in Norway, you know, they don't talk too much about things like that. It's kind of like easy for them to talk about other people. And since I'm in a small place, everybody kind of knows everything about everybody. So they assume they know what's going on. But when it comes to talking about themselves, it's a whole nother ball game. I learned that the hard way. Yeah. It's kind of like I share a little bit too much and you could feel the whole energy in the room shift, and I was like, oops, maybe that wasn't something I should share. So that's not great. Not when I see it all around me. I see that people are struggling regardless of how good we have it here. People still kind of ignore all the clues that they need to pay attention to. So I'm going to turn you guys around a little bit. Of course, spending time in nature is a great therapy, right? I mean, that's just common sense. We need nature around us. It's part of who we are. We are nature, so I mean, I just saw like a study about how important the sun is. Of course, we know that, but not to the degree of like it healing people that have been sick or people that are in the hospital, for instance. The ones closest to the window are the ones that heal the fastest. It was another boy who was very, very sick, and his family made sure that they rolled him outside every single day. And the more they saw that he was out, the faster he was healing. So there's something to that. Yes. But of course, in those times, we also need to quiet the mind. And that, for me, has been the hardest. And I feel like I'm able to now. But I also see how very little it takes before I am overly stressed. Like, my nervous system is definitely very, very sensitive. So, again, I just have to listen to that. But the quieting of the mind is the most important thing, because, you know, when you are going through something, we're going up that way. Yeah. When your mind is racing and you can't think straight, and before you know it, your own thoughts don't seem to be your own. That's dangerous. Then you need to really ask for help. And I know what that feels like. So I feel for you if that's where you are. But please reach out to somebody. And then, I need to figure out which way I'm going. It got really muddy here. See, I guess I have this way. I guess I'll do that. But, I mean, there's ways that you can learn. Of course, it takes practice, like I said, to understand how to break that cycle of, intrusive thoughts, or your thoughts just out of whack. And that is, for one, stop avoiding it. Like, don't eat it away or drink it away or do other things that stop you from thinking and feeling. First of all, I mean, it's like, I remember this book I used to read to the kids, and it's so funny because I hear it in my head every now and then. And it was about a father going through the woods with his kids. And it was like, whenever they would meet a difficult place, it was like, do they go around it? Do they go over? But it was always they had to go through it. And I feel like that was almost like telling me something before I even knew. Because honestly, by sitting with the pain that you're feeling is what needs to happen, because it does pass. Once you are brave enough to face the things that have hurt you, the pain that you feel, without excusing it away, without saying, I shouldn't feel this way, I have blah, 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 or I shouldn't feel this way because it happened so long ago, or maybe you're at the stage where you feel sorry for yourself and like, why does this always freaking happen to me? Whatever it is, gets to a point where the only thing you can control is yourself and what it's trying to teach you. And that is where you have to sit with it. And the faster you sit with it, the faster you're going to get through it. Because those tears need to come out. That pressure, that tension that's just been living in your body and stuck there for so long really need to be released. And it's like a cleansing that happens. We're getting there. Turn around. Here's another pile of those little rocks we find. I've never actually seen anybody putting them together, but these are little ones. And we're going to continue up over here until we get to the post. Oi, there goes my hat. And then we'll sign the post and then we'll work. It's really windy up here on the top. I might have to, tighten my hat a little bit. But again, we just got to get through it. There's no going around it. See what I mean? It's always trying to teach us something. It's right there for us to learn. So, anyways, just as the river flows, so does our emotions. And they do flush us and cleanse us out. Those tears are meant for something. So don't be afraid to cry it all out. Write it all out. Figure it all out. Once you start writing about whatever you're feeling, about whatever you remember that's bothering you, it's like you're on the outside of it. And you could all of a sudden look above it, and sometimes it makes sense. Like, okay, you can't make sense of when somebody screws you over and tries to destroy you. But you can make sense of how that made you, for one, feel, how that changed you into who you are today. And you will start seeing a pattern and things of how, like, what you ended up accepting through your journey. It kind of always leads back to those pains and those hurts that you've gone through. You know, so it's like almost like an inner belief within us that like a core belief we carry with us that we don't even know we have. And that's your job. Nobody else can do that. A therapist could talk all they want and you could tell them all this stuff, but until you understand what that core belief is that you have so deep down inside you, the lesson will continue to come your way. I mean, look how beautiful. Goodness gracious. I sure learned a lot, and I've learned a lot lately, and I really understand myself a whole lot better than I ever have. And that's a lot to do with sitting in the pain, letting it flow through me, writing everything out, working on my breath, meditating, and centering myself, and really trying to get back into my body. That's really when the healing started. It was like, once I could get back into my body, I could understand what it's been trying to tell me. And and then giving back to my body now, like going on trips like this and speaking about everything I've gone through. I think I've held on to it for a long time and been by myself, kind of doing all this work. But I feel like all this work can't just be in vain, and I feel like I'm supposed to share it if I could help somebody else out there. I mean, there's so much that goes through my mind when I think about, yes, what I've learned, but also looking back at like how many times somebody could have helped me and didn't. So now I just want to be able to help as many people as I can, and help them to understand what's going on with themselves, or maybe they know somebody who is being mistreated and they don't know what to do. And I would say, first and foremost, don't come at them accusing them of anything but themselves when they're in a situation that they are in total denial of. They haven't faced it themselves, and they're afraid, and you need to come to them very softly so they have a soft space to land. For me, even at this age, so many years later, it's like I'm finally understanding what I need. What I need in a relationship. I have never even asked myself that, but it's like the number one thing I need is to feel safe. It's the whole reason why I've been moving every chance I can to get away. It's like, when I finally come to Norway, which is a very safe place, my nervous system is still on high alert because it's been programmed that way. And that took a long time just for me to stop looking over my shoulder or be, able to sleep through the night, because I was somebody who lived with night terrors, like extreme night terrors. It was terrible. Thankfully, I'm in a safe place and I could sleep very well these days, and since being here has really changed. But those things stay with you. I talk about it, I get emotional. So it still lives within us, and things that have happened, obviously we can't change or do anything about, but we could try and accept them and realize that it's part of us, and that those parts also need love, and that it's our job to love ourselves and to give us that grace that we deserve, all of us deserve. Wait, there's two. We'll try this little one first. It's the 10th of September. Oh, my friends were up here just a little while ago. Okay, I hope it's not as windy as I'm going this way, but hopefully the wind's not going to ruin the whole entire video. I definitely need to get myself like a little speaker if I'm going to keep doing this. This was kind of a personal little talk I've had with y'all, but we need to share things and not be afraid to speak our truth, So I'm just about done. Just about down as well. And I will have to say goodbye for now. Thanks for watching and coming along with me on this walk and talk. And I hope you'll join me next time. Like and subscribe if you want to follow. And leave a comment if you have any questions or if you would like to share something with me. So, bye for now. Have a beautiful day.